Hello everyone, my name is Matt Wintz and I am here with Pacific Coast Wrestling's first show of the new year and the first show in our existence. This is Champions of the Coast Episode 1. We are coming to you from Santa Monica, California, taping this broadcast so that it'll be later shown on our streaming platforms. We have 5 matches scheduled for you tonight with time permitting. Kalua Kong against Kuroda Yotoki, Jake Wyman against TJ Allister, Stan Christensen against Typhoon Taylor, Veneno against Oscar Westrock, and in our scheduled main event of the evening, Lumberjack Carroll will take on Tariq Thomas. Fans, it should be a great show. We're happy that you're here. We will be back with the action and the opening bell right after this. Come into the ring at this time, the man known as Norwegian Muscle, Stan Christensen, making his U.S. debut here with Pacific Coast Wrestling. He is 6'3", almost 300 pounds, solid muscle, looking to make a splash here in the Pacific Coast. His opponent tonight, man who tips the scale at nearly 400 pounds. Typhoon Taylor is his name. He is out of the Four Corners Wrestling promotion that ran shows in Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico. He also spent time in American Wrestling Superstars. Now he has come to the Pacific Coast to ply his trade, nearly 400 pounds. Both of these men just known for strength, power, and brawling. This is not going to be a technical marvel. 45 minutes, 1 fall. Larry Taylor is your referee. Here we go. Both men lock up center of the ring. Typhoon Taylor gets a double axe handle right to the back. Boot. Knee lift. We have a big show for you tonight here on our first ever episode of Champions of the Coast. We are here in Santa Monica, California. A couple matches on the card tonight. Veneno and Oscar Westrock. Jake the Wildman Wyman and Prince TJ Allister. Kalua Kong, a name out of this area, will be taking on the Anvil, Kuroda Yotoki. And if time permits, we do have a 5th match lined up in the wings for you as Lumberjack Carroll goes one-on-one with Tariq Thomas. Taylor dropping an elbow and some stomps. Christensen with a throwing slam and a little bit of a taunt. Taylor, though, doesn't take too kindly and just starts clubbing him, goes for a cover. First one of the match. 1. No. Not even a 1 count by Larry Taylor. Big knee to the skull, some more stomps. Like I mentioned earlier, these two are not known for their technical prowess. This is just a slobber knocker. Bear hug by Taylor. Whips him into the rope. Into the corner. Big splash. And an clothesline to the back of the head. Whips him across the ring again. Going for that splash. Cover. 1, 2. No. Almost. Christensen kicks out, gets a boot. Slam. Taylor, though, takes over with a clothesline. Neither one of these men necessarily rookies to the professional wrestling game. Taylor's been around for a few years. Christensen's been wrestling in European promotions, but he's looking to make a breakout here in the U.S. Taylor again just taking over. Catches an elbow, though. Throws a headbutt. Taylor known for his skull. He's using it tonight. Gut wrench suplex by Christensen. Once again, showing off that power. Showing off that physique. Taylor, though, just throwing punches. Taylor's been able to just kind of shrug off anything and everything that Christensen's throwing at him and then just drills him with a running forearm. Huge right hook by Christensen. And a backbreaker. Goes right back to that gut wrench. Now he whips Typhoon into the ropes. Crushing lariat into the corner. Just takes the big man down. Now Christensen starting to put some moves together. Backbreaker could be looking to soften him up a bit for that bear hug. Just a throwing suplex. Taylor just has no shot, but just hit a double axe handle. Oh, and he goes for a bear hug into a belly-to-belly suplex. He's got the cover. 1, 2. Oh, he almost had it. Great takeoff of the bear hug into the suplex there. Huge lariat, but now Taylor needs to take a breather. Boot to the stomach. That's gonna hurt. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, that move is Taylor's kind of go-to bread and butter finisher, and Christensen just kind of kicked out at the last minute. Sidewalk slam on Taylor. Taylor now, he's got to be trying to think of something else other than his original game plan. Couple of shots and a hit to the back of the head. Runs the ropes. Big splash right to the back of Christensen. But Taylor's starting to get gassed. Both men collide. Get to their feet at the same time. Taylor up. Big vertical suplex that takes Christensen out of the ring. The ref steps in with the count. Here in Pacific Coast, it's a 20 count on the outside of the ring. One of the other interesting rules to Pacific Coast, in other promotions, you have a 5-second to break up any sort of like illegal maneuver. In this promotion, you use those 5 seconds for anything. Taylor with a nice kick to the back of the head, drops an elbow. Oh, Christensen with a nice catapult move, starts pounding on the back. Gets thrown out. Oh, clubbing forearm by Taylor. Taylor with a taunt of his own. Christensen needing up to a 6 count to get a bit of a breather. Another series of forearms get turned around. That pump kick that Typhoon likes to use. Again, just clubbing forearms. Right into a full Nelson stretch, and Taylor taps. That's it. It's over. Stan Christensen kind of comes out of nowhere with that modified full Nelson, and that is that. Welcome back, everyone. We're getting ready for our second match of the evening. This next match, two former Grand Wrestling Federation talents. Veneno headed on to the ring at this time. He will be going one-on-one against the man known as Hard Luck Oscar Westrock. Both of these two men are no strangers to the Pacific Coast area in that they both spent some time in Grand Wrestling Federation, which was based out of the Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington area, a couple of shows in Northern California. Westrock actually then spent some time in the WFA, the Wrestling Federation of America. He's back on the West Coast, here in Pacific Coast, because he's kind of lived up to his nickname, just not finding the success he thought he trained for, looking to kind of restart his career. Could do so with a big win tonight. Both men lock up. Westrock with a go behind, but Veneno quickly gets out of it, whips into the rope. Westrock holds on. Both men feeling each other out. Westrock getting a little bit of an upper hand, and Veneno, standing insecure, he just misses the mark completely. But a suplex to the outside kind of sets things off for him. Westrock back into the ring. Nice left. Veneno with a knee right to the breadbasket. Westrock with a counter. Elbow to spine. And just deadlift suplex him. Veneno, known to be okay with breaking the rules a little bit, has quite a little bit of power to him. Westrock, guy has never met a suplex he doesn't like to attempt to throw. So a definite clash in styles, whereas our last match was just two guys slamming each other. Veneno getting the upper hand, goes for a pin. 1. Westrock kicks out. Lock up again. Westrock with a nice left. And nice variation of the belly to back suplex, followed by a knee lift. And there's an overhead belly to belly. Westrock already using some suplex maneuvers. And again, dropping with the belly to back, and now going for a head and arm lock. Benino to take down, stomp, and a low blow just out of range of the official, and then just starts grinding that elbow into the chin. Nice leaping knee drop, and another throwing overhead belly to belly by Westrock. And a chicken wing suplex. Desperation arm drag and knee drop by Veneno, but he just goes for the ride again. Westrock just throwing him around. There's that throwing overhead suplex of his. Veneno hits the ground, rolls to the outside, but he's not even up to his feet until 5. Oh, just kind of snapped the finger of Westrock there, and then just hits a reverse suplex. Westrock with that throwing reverse suplex of his German goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. He got him. He got him with that throwing reverse German, and Oscar Westrock, dominant suplex-filled performance, gets the big win he may have needed. Welcome back, fans. We are in our third match, our halfway point here on Champions of the Coast. Coming to the ring at this time, also known as the Wild Man. This is Jake Wyman. He and his opponent, getting ready to join him in the middle of the ring, are both making their professional wrestling debuts, not only with Pacific Coast Wrestling, but just period. Both are rookies, both trained here in the Pacific Coast area, and this is Prince TJ Allister. Allister has been rubbing people the wrong way. In his graduating class at his wrestling school, he believes himself to be the top prospect, the top talent, and that calling him a rookie is just in name only. So we'll have to see what these two bring to the table tonight. Larry Taylor rings the bell, and here we go. Allister seems to be a very more well-rounded athlete. Wildman Wyman, pretty much what his name implies, as he goes right to a bite, right on the finger of Allister, and a hard right to the stomach, knocking him down. Allister with a European-style uppercut. Wyman just hammers him back. Allister with a nice shot to the face, but gets whipped into the ropes, boots out of the corner, and just starts stomping on the Wyman. Wyman goes right to another bite. Likes to flirt with a bit of, wait, now he's going across the ring. Cannonball right into the corner. Allister gets a clothesline to the or a suplex, I'm sorry. And now, oh, a nice enziguri. Wyman had caught the leg there, but all part of Allister's plan. Allister goes in for and misses, eats a headbutt for his troubles. Whatever Allister's game plan was, it has been changed as Wyman just drives his knee into his face. Oh, another kick. No, another enziguri. Allister could be playing a little bit of a mind game here with Wyman, but Wyman, I guess, doesn't have much mind to play with. Back rake by Wyman. And he goes right back to biting. Looks like Allister stepped out of the ring just for a second to regain his thoughts and instead goes for a no. The suplex is wiggled out. He gets whipped in with the ropes and just shoulders right into the midsection. Oh, a little bit of a low blow, maybe on the inside of the groin area. Hyman just whips him by his hair out of the ring. And at this point, Allister's okay taking his time, begging off the fans. Gets back into the ring. Oh, poke to the eyes. Another boot. No, another enziguri. Man, he's trying to kick at Wyman. Wyman catches it. Wyman hasn't learned. Again. Gosh. Some might think that might be the only move that Alistair knows. Poke to the eyes. Again, though, eats the punch to the stomach. Wyman goes up top. A big, just diving, almost like a senton. Oh. Alistair rolls out of the ring and he's ready to take his time and just kind of regroup. He's got the mic saying some choice words to Wyman. Gets back in the ring. Wyman just whips him across the ring by his hair. Alistair finally gets a hold of him and hits him with a back suplex. Goes for a vertical one. Wyman gets out of it. Drives his knee. Big swing. Alistair again with that insecurity. He's kicking him in the back of the head, now puts on a chin lock to kind of keep things down. Wyman, though, nice little standing front drop kick. Big chop to the chest and some stomps. Alistair was wanting to come in here and prove his superiority. Wyman just came in here like a wild man he is and just kind of threw out the game plan. Alistair seems fine with just kind of letting bygones be bygones and just getting out of the ring when he can. Knee lift, hoping that'll do something. Slams Wyman for the top rope and hit the apron. Whips Wyman into the rope, charges through, big clothesline. Big inverted attack and a low blow. Once again, just out of reach of the referee. Slams his leg down to kind of cover up, gets 2 count. Wyman slams his head. Diving headbutt. Right off top rope, goes for 2. Oh, he almost got it. Jake Wyman almost got it. That diving headbutt. Big bulldog. That's usually what he likes to do to call an end to the match. No. Alistair kicked out of the bulldog. Just didn't want it. Oh. Then eats another one. Wyman going for a cover. But again, Alistair kicks out. Big swinging neck breaker. Stomps on the head. Stomps well, low. Wyman slams him into the ring. Apron gets a drop kick. Alistair now with a starting to put things together, but it just takes a knee to the head. That big floating cannonball senton again. And then a jumping headbutt. Alistair rakes the eyes, pokes the eyes. European uppercut. Now Alistair hits low, runs the ropes. Nice running stomp right into the chest of Jake Wyman, and Wyman just whips him across the ring by his blonde hair. Into the corner. Big back elbow. Wyman across the ring. He could be looking for another cannonball. That he does. Cannonballs right into Alistair. Hits the bulldog. Just slamming his face whenever he can. Cover. 1, 2. No. Again, Alistair kicks out. Wyman giving a shout to the crowd. Whips Alistair across the ring. Alistair rakes the eyes. Lifts him up. Again. That suplex doesn't do anything. Backbreaking a headbutt. Inverted atomic drop right into a spin wheel kick. Both men get up slow. Wyman with a nice jumping headbutt. Now a series of headbutts to his chest. Oh, it looks like Alistair might actually have a cut right above his eye. Yeah, he's been cut. TJ Alistair's been cut by Jake Wyman's repeated headbutts. Wyman off the rope. Big elbow to the midsection. Alistair, though, gets a desperation neckbreaker, and then he plants him. 1, 2, 3. The Inheritance. The Inheritance by TJ Alistair out of nowhere gets the win. Fans, we will be right back. Welcome back, everybody, and we are live right back at the ring. Right now, we've got Kalua Kong taking on the Anvil, Hirota Yatoki. Yatoki is making his U.S. debut tonight here with Pacific Coast Wrestling. He has been traveling in Japan, wrestling in several independent promotions there for some time. Kalua Kong is a bit of a West Coast veteran. He is actually branching out onto his own in singles competition after spending many years teaming with Magma. They wrestled both in the Grand Wrestling Federation and the Wrestling Federation of America, where they both held tag titles in each promotion. Kalua Kong's definitely got the mass, size, and power on his side. Kuroda is trying to use some technical wrestling, maybe some striking and submission to kind of even things up here with a go behind right into a belly to back suplex that he could barely get Kalua off the mat. Looks like Kuroda might have done something because Kalua was the one who came up better on that one. Headlock, Kalua whips him into the rope. Big clothesline on the way back, followed by some stomps. Kong goes right into a suplex. Kuroda lands behind and goes for a forearm strike, but it's blocked. Forearm strike that time, not blocked. Kong goes for a kick, which is dodged. And now he's throwing his power around. Huge standing vertical suplex, bringing Kuroda crashing to the mat. Kuroda, he decides to return the favor and have both men to the outside. This match is a 20-minute time limit as we're getting ready for our main event here pretty soon. Both men roll back in the ring. Kuroda with some back elbows, or Kong with some back elbows, and a spinning back chop, putting Kuroda on the mat. Kuroda with a reverse, trying to make sure that he's not taking advantage of. Goes for suplex blocked, and Kong suplexes him and drops him to the outside. Kong with a pump kick, and now he's playing to the crowd. Kuroda being a little bit of an anomaly to the fans, seeing that he's never wrestled in front of them before, definitely on the maybe underdog side, or even not heel, but definitely not the fan favorite in this, as Kong continues to play to his West Coast base. Kuroda again going for a submission and some strikes. Press into a power slam. 1, 2. Kuroda kicks out, but Kong nearly put him away there. Kuroda goes behind, hits a back suplex. Looks like he was trying to lock up the arm, and Kong just kicks him in the head. Lifts him up, drops him to... Oh! I can't remember the last time I've seen someone kick out of the eruption, and Kuroda does it just in time. That might catch Kong off guard. It certainly has caught the fans off guard. Kuroda now taking over, whips him into the ropes. Oh, but he eats a knee. Kong with the go behind, belly to back suplex of his own that just drops Kuroda on the back of his shoulders. Headbutt by Kong. Ooh, forearm shot by Kuroda, and he seems to be winding up a bit. Go behind, right into that belly to back suplex. Kuroda seems to really enjoy just kind of trying to dump people on their head. Double underhook with a short, low angle suplex variation, and another one. Kuroda seems to be putting things together, and Kong just drops him on his head. Big chop to the crown. Goes for a cover. 1, 2. No. Kuroda with a kick out. Oh. A hammerlock suplex, and he might have just done broken a wrist there. Takeover. Drops a fist to the back of Kong's head, whips him into the ropes again. Palm strikes ducked, suplexes blocked, Kong with suplex of his own. Kong would go behind and just drops a double axe handle. Kuroda went for a roaring elbow, dodged by Kong, slams him. Chop to the head. And he hits a belly-to-back suplex. Whip into the rope by Kuroda. Went for a flying forearm, but it gets ducked. Kuroda's been going for some strikes, but Kong's just keeping out of the way here. Another forearm shot. Oh. Cross-legged fisherman. 2. Oh. Kuroda likes to use that to put people away, but Kong kicked out. Both men have basically been able to kick out of the other's signature maneuver. Talk about a little bit of a surprise to both men, and maybe even to the crowd. I don't think anybody expected finishers to get kicked out. Big press slam into the power slam. He's almost outside of the ring. Kuroda rolls to the outside. Kong comes with him. Kuroda belly-to-back suplexes, and Kong's back of his head hit the floor where there's no protective padding. That is Concussion City waiting to happen. It looks like it might have dazed him a little bit because Kuroda just drops some elbows right to the back of the head. Kong, big chop. Circles him, runs the ropes. Oh, just kicks him. Hammerlock suplex again. He's going after them. Oh, cross-legged fisherman. 1, 2, 3. He got him. Kuroda, probably with an upset you might have to think about. Kalua Kong is pinned. This match is over. Fans, welcome back. As you can see, walking to the ring at this time, part of our main event, Lumberjack Carroll, the Alaskan Lumberjack. Tariq Thomas, his opponent, is already down ringside. We are getting ready for our main event. Sorry to catch this one kind of right off the bat. 20 minutes. Tariq Thomas, gentleman, wrestler, journeyman, trying to find another home in professional wrestling. A guy who, I guess one could say, he has struggled at times to find his footing. He is hoping that Pacific Coast might be the stop to do it, but he is running into a giant of a man, and a man who you might actually hear from later in the coming weeks as my broadcast partner. He picks him up, just slams Tariq Thomas to the mat, drops a huge elbow. Lumberjack Carroll has offered to do color commentary during some of the matches that are upcoming for Pacific Coast Wrestling. It'll be interesting to have an active wrestler as part of the commentary team. Carroll whips Tariq into the ropes. Big back body drop that sends Tariq almost to the outside, or almost over the ropes. He just crashes and rolls to the outside. Thomas is definitely going to have his work cut out for him. But being a veteran of the ring wars, he is more than capable of putting up a fight. Carroll, though, 6'5", or 6'3", 304 pounds, from remote Alaska, just known to throw people in. Oh, good night. A double underhook into a shoulder backbreaker. Tariq with a punch, and Carroll just elbows him before chucking him across the ring. Jack Carroll takes a European uppercut that puts him on the mat, but sidewalk slam to Tariq Thomas and whips him into the rope. Oh, went for a body slam. Thomas moved, and instead he just eats a pump handle backbreaker. Gut wrench slam. 1, 2. Thomas kicks out. Whips Carroll into the ropes. But Carroll comes out. He's working that back with another pump handle backbreaker. Goes right into a torture rack. But Thomas is too close to the ropes, and he's able to get out. Big knee. And instead he gets a forearm for his troubles. Short arm clothesline. Just chucked across the ring again. Thomas throws a desperation left. Whipped into the ropes. Double axe handle, cover 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Lumberjack Carol with a huge and dominant win here early in Pacific Coast Wrestling. And with that, the main event is over. Fans, thank you for your time. We will see you next week. I am Matt Wentz, the man who calls it like it is.